I just saw President-elect Trump with President Obama in the White House, and it gave me hope.
Good.
Gave me hope. I mean, I have to say, just to hear President-elect Trump say that he had respect for President Obama, it felt that he had reached a moment where he was actually humbled by that experience. To hear President Obama say that he has renewed confidence in the peaceful transition, I think everybody can take a deep breath.
Oprah Winfrey expressing some optimism about the peaceful transfer of power in an interview last night with Entertainment Tonight, but her comments are being met with a lot of criticism on the internet, specifically on Twitter. Take a look at this tweet in response. One person writing, "No, Oprah, we're not going to take a deep breath. We love you, but with all due respect, the hatred that man has released won't touch your life." Rather than just engage in social media, we are happy to be face-to-face with the YouTube sensations and Trump supporters we've come to know and love. Diamond and Silk are back with us via Skype. Ladies, welcome back to Newsmax Prime. It's good to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Now, I'm kind of curious. Are you somewhat surprised by the public's response to Oprah Winfrey, who had some nice things to say in that interview on Entertainment Tonight?
Well, no, I'm not surprised. That's how the left do. If you see the left is out in the streets protesting, the left, they don't want to do anything right. So if you for right, the left don't like it, they will attack you.
That's
so
right.
I'm not surprised by that.
And they love division. They know as long as they can keep us divided, then they can try to control us. But we are ready to unite this country.
And good for Oprah.
Yes.
Take a breath, baby,
That's
and
right.
give Donald Trump a chance.
That's right.
Well, it's not only Oprah. Dave Chappelle was hosting Saturday Night Live over the weekend, and while it wasn't like carte blanche in support of Mr. Trump, it was a message of unity, inclusion, and I guess let's wait and see. Here is Chappelle on SNL.
I'm wishing Donald Trump luck, and I'm going to give him a chance. And we, the historically disenfranchised, demand that he give us one too.
So, ladies, in your opinion, did Chappelle hit the right notes in ending his monologue there on Saturday Night Live?
Well, I think he did because he's trying to, unite our country as well. We don't like all of this bickering. The people have spoken. Donald J. Trump is the 45th president of the United States. So everybody should give him a chance.
That's right.
I think Donald Trump has been patient with the people. Like he said on 60 Minutes, we're going to do great things for this country.
That's right.
And they're going to have to go home and see it all the way out, see it all the way through, and give him a chance to work for the country.
That's right.
Now, ladies, while we've heard these things via mass media, our television screens have also brought us disturbing scenes in the wake of the election, and it seems night after night you have protesters on the streets of major cities. Your reaction to what we are seeing, and let me rephrase that, not necessarily protesters, just out-and-out rioters in a lot of locations.
See, what these people don't understand is that we understand that everybody has freedom of speech, but your freedom of speech does not consist of rioting in the streets and destroying America. And what I want to say to the protesters is, listen. Donald Trump won this, and he won this fair and square. Fear. And when fear come knocking, answer the door with faith. Give Donald Trump a chance to show you what he can do.
Yeah.
The left-wing media, they stoke fear. The radio personalities, they stoke fear. We have to stop stoking fear, and let's replace that with love, hope, and unity.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to have to start doing.
And remember, this is the United States, not the divided states, and there's only one race, and that's the human race.
That's right, and they need to go home, because let me tell you something. They should have cast their vote for their candidate.
That's right.
They didn't. Donald Trump supporters got out and supported him, and he won it.
And in the wake of that, there is a political dimension. For example, New Jersey Democratic Senator Cory Booker, who has in the past portrayed reason and moderation as a new kind of Democrat, but also a very ambitious Democrat. We were told that he was on Secretary Clinton's short list for vice president. He didn't get that, but he seemed to be auditioning for a very aggressive stance in support of the protesters. Here's the way he put it on NBC's Meet the Press yesterday.
When you have a president that is in his campaign who ran saying things that aren't just contrary to fact, but literally threatening to use presidential power in a way that would erode the rights and privileges and equality of large sections of Americans, God bless the protesters.
God bless the protesters. Your reaction to what Senator Booker had to say?
You know, he's sort of like the pot calling the kettle black. Throughout this whole campaign, his candidate, Hillary Clinton, bashed and tried to smear Donald Trump and tried to do a character assassination on Donald Trump. That's what he should be talking about. Listen, him as a leader, he is going to be the reason why the Democrats will never get that White House again.
That's right.
Because a lot of that protesting that you see in the streets, people got tired of seeing that. That's why they voted for Donald J. Trump.
Yes.
What Cory Booker should do is be trying to unite this country, get with our president, which is going to be President Trump, see how can he help heal this nation instead of dividing it.
Yes.
Of course, ladies, earlier today there was a press conference held by the incumbent president, Mr. Obama. Do you find it interesting that no one in the press corps asked President Obama for his reaction to the rioting, to the protest? And of course, President Obama did not come out with an opening statement proffering any words of, hey, cool it, calm down, diffuse the situation. Let me just ask you straight out, do you think that secretly Mr. Obama kind of relishes the unrest in the streets against Mr. Trump?
Well, first of all, I find it interesting that, you know what, it's not free press, it's control press.
Control press.
So when we see that they're not asking specific questions, it's because the press is being controlled, which is crazy.
Yes.
You know what? I don't know if they're trying to declare martial law or what they're trying to do.
That's right.
But Diamond and Silk is asking everyone to give Donald Trump a chance.
Yes.
Stop protesting in the street, because when you're rioting in the street, what you're doing is destroying America, baby. You're not letting your Second Amendment do what it's supposed to. Your First Amendment, excuse me, do what it's supposed to do when you're rioting and burning down stuff.
And if you ever want to know what's going to go on with the body of people, check the head. If our head is corrupt and our head is the one stoking it, it's going to show out in the body of people. That's why we're so glad that Donald Trump is the 45th president of the United States. He takes a stance against corruption. And with him doing that, it's going to trickle down to the body of people, and everybody is going to come together and unite.
That's right. And that's First Amendment rights.
That's right.
I wanted to make sure.
And let me also say, in terms of First Amendment rights, to peaceably assemble, perhaps to excitedly assemble. I understand that when the election returns were coming in, there was, what, a day-long party? You guys were celebrating 24 hours? Do I have that straight? Give me the lowdown.
Okay, listen, first of all, we was in New York at Donald Trump's victory party, okay?
Yes.
So we were there with the family and the friends, you all. But what happened was, when Pennsylvania, we knew that we had won Pennsylvania.
Right.
But they didn't want to call it. Nobody wanted to call it. So we had to wait for 2 hours to see if anybody would call it. And then you had Podesta come out, say his little spiel, like, oh my God, it was too close to call. Then finally they called it. We didn't leave.
You see, you know what they should have done? At Trump headquarters, had they had Newsmax TV on, I was in this anchor chair for 8 hours. We called it. After the AP said Pennsylvania won, we were the first guys to say that Donald J. Trump was the 45th president of the United States. You wouldn't have had to wait. You could have started the party that much sooner. Diamond and Silk Skyping in, very happy with the results of the election. Ladies, we always appreciate your time, and we hope you'll promise to come back and see us again and again and again. Thanks so much.
We will. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, indeedy. Always good to hear from Diamond and Silk. Now, when we continue, Dwight David Eisenhower, a previous president of the United States, did decisions he made during his presidency concerning the Middle East? Do they affect that troubled region even today? And what does it portend for President-elect Trump? We'll talk about it when we continue here on Newsmax Prime.